I don't know what male gym goer needs to hear this, but please come up to us at the gym. I guess I won't speak for everyone, I'll just speak for myself. Please come up to me at the gym. You don't need to be shy. I'm already shy. That's my job. If you're needing some examples of ways to come up to someone at the gym, again, if you're catching that they want someone to come up to them, that's a tricky one. Compliment our outfit. More importantly, like our shoes. If we're wearing a specific kind of headphones that you're into, maybe be like, oh my gosh, I've heard so many good things about. Just strike up a conversation, you know? You don't have to be creepy or weird. Okay, bye.
I guess I just got to say it. Like, this is madness. Like, where do they do this at? Women are now, after they said, hey, we choose the bear, men stop coming up to us, men stop dealing with us. Now women are saying, first it was, we want all female gyms. We don't want men around. There were women recording men. Now women are saying, walk up to us, approach us in the gym, talk to us, but don't, still, they got to keep the creepy in there, but still don't be creepy. You can't win, fellas. This is why women are single nowadays, guys. Because men, they're so confused, just like the women are. Because the women don't know. They just go off of trends. And then once the trend runs out and nobody's talking about it and it's not cool anymore, they go back to getting desperate. And you see it right here.
Being neurodivergent is a struggle. So you can't date a broke man because that's struggle number 2. You can only have one struggle, okay? And your struggle is already the fact that you're neurodivergent.
I literally say this all the time and it just pisses men off. But the reality is, if you have a partner who has ADHD or autism, it's not just a quirk that you like. They also have much higher needs in comparison to someone who's neurotypical. And for neurodivergent women, it is much harder to fulfill that quote-unquote housewife role because of the fact that you're neurodivergent, and they don't seem to understand that. Like,
well, we could say the same thing for women, the same way that they treat men. They don't understand men's pain and their worries and troubles, and they don't care. Men are the same way. Why do you expect men to give you the benefit of the doubt and care about your ailments when you don't care about his?
I try to explain to them that if I'm married, I will not be doing all the cooking and cleaning. I will literally crash out. I will burn out. I'm not neurotypical. I can't fucking handle it. I need to be taken care of. I'm so sorry. I need someone to clean for me. I need you to get a maid. Otherwise, my mental capacity is going to be so low that every time you come home, I'm gonna crash out on you. I'm gonna have a meltdown, like 100%. Oh my god. Or when I talk about the topic of birth or having children, one, if you're neurodivergent, you're probably more paranoid about a lot of the risks that you might be subjected to in having children. And that is me. I am literally like, it's obsessive and it's compulsive. It's an issue for me. I actually have a genuine paranoid fear of having birth. And because of that, I have a lot of expectations I want to meet when it comes to my medical needs when I'm giving birth. And the only way I'd be able to fulfill that is if I had a partner with enough money to give me those resources so that I prevent any tearing, any harm to my body, any medical complication. I think a lot of neurodivergent people in general just have a lot of medical anxiety to begin with.
And that is exactly why nobody should be dating you, and you shouldn't have no real intentions to date anybody. That's the thing. Because why the hell are guys that you want, the guys that are at the top, the guys that are 1%ers, the guys that can get any woman, why are they going to choose you when they can get a woman who doesn't have any of these issues, who can have a normal pregnancy, who can be with a man, do normal feminine things to keep him around, and him do the masculine things to keep her around? How come it's so different there? It just goes to show you that you don't need to be talking about relationships, but women are so obsessed with men. They think about us, they dream about us, and when they wake up, they're mad at us. It's crazy.
And they like to take those precautions. And then second of all, when it comes to the topic of having children, those first 1 to 3 years when you have that baby, wholly overstimulation. Like, I try to explain to men that I would prefer to have a partner who works a remote job or is making some form of passive income so he can stay home with me those first years after I give birth to the child so I can have fucking help. Either that or he helps me by getting a night nurse and like a maid and things of that nature. And they're like, oh my god, you're so lazy. No, I'm not lazy. I'm gonna crash out on the child if you don't give me those resources. Like, leaving that responsibility to me and me alone is gonna be so overwhelming, and it's gonna feel so neglectful that I'm probably gonna start developing postpartum depression. I'm gonna start tweaking out on the kid and you. As someone who's neurodivergent, it is much better to have a partner who has money so they can give you the resources and support that you need in every facet of your life. It's not, oh, you can't have children before y'all start being ableist. It's just we need the proper support so that we don't feel overwhelmed. And unfortunately, typically the only way we can get that form of support or reassurance is through money. So yes, if you're autistic or you have ADHD, please listen to me. Having a partner who doesn't have money is gonna ruin you. Not just from the things that I've mentioned, but it's gonna be very hard for them to show you love and take care of you in the ways that you need to be taken care of, because like I said, we are much higher needs in comparison to someone who's neurotypical, and oftentimes they're unfortunately just not going to be able to fulfill.
But To be honest, I wasn't really attracted to him physically, but I thought, you know, new year, let me be open-minded. And we were supposed to meet to go on a date today. And I did a very bad thing, guys. I did a very bad thing. I didn't get back to him.
Bro, this chick is nasty, dog. Like, just the way she looks, the smacking, the way she eats, the way she talks, she's just unattractive. Who the hell is trying to meet up with this chick? Dudes must be hella desperate. Because L England, bro. L London. L all of that.
I didn't get back to him. And I feel bad because I'm doing what these men do to me. I didn't have his number. We were still on the app. And he had asked me from Friday, like, should we meet in my area or his? I didn't get back to him. And I just seen a message come through. And he was like, oh, I guess that you don't want to meet up then. And I just thought, he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. So I'm going to rectify that situation and send a message. And now I feel awful. I actually really do feel awful because that's not my style. I would hate to think he was sat there thinking, like checking his phone every couple of minutes or every hour to see if I message back. And going forward, I need to be better. I need to do better. Let's not break hearts. Let's not hurt people's feelings in this process. Let's not. Let's be intentional with the people that I'm speaking to.
Bruh, like, English dudes, y'all holding the L, bro. Big L for this, bro. You got these women that are super mid, looking like Sid the Sloth if she had a cameo on one of the episodes back in the 90s of Living Single. This is crazy, bro. This is insane. Literally, guys, like in England, if any of you guys are from the UK or from Europe or that side of the pond, stop blowing these chicks' head up. I know it sucks out there. I know it's cold, fam. But, bro, if you can get a ticket and go somewhere else, get a passport, bro, if you can, an English passport. Get the hell out of there, dude. Stop dating these chicks in the West, bro, pumping up their heads. Like, this chicks have no options.
You know what haunts me to this day? When I worked at a frozen yogurt shop with this like random white girl, a black man walked in once. He was picking out his frozen yogurt and like all his toppings, and the whole entire time this girl was whispering to me how she religiously only dated black men. Black men were her king. She wanted to mix children. She went on a whole rant the entire time, like just whispering me this. You know what else happened? The man ended up checking out, and you know who the man was? He was my brother. It's so weird. Like,
how do Russian women view black men?
Love it.
So before you came to America, that's how you felt?
To be honest, when I was like 6 years old, on a Russian TV, you know, we're after Soviet Union and everything. There's a black guy. He came on a live TV, right? He started singing in Russian about that he's a chocolate rabbit. And like that whole 2004, 2005, why would the black man coming to Russia performing in our language, you know, changed like the whole concept. So every white woman was singing that song in Russian.
Get your passport, nigga.
And my mom would get a lot of heat from black women. Like, I've heard people say like comments under their breath, and to the point that they know that she can hear, of like stealing our men and stuff like that. And I think stuff like that is just so stupid.
I think it's so stupid too. Like, I let me just say, I can understand. Part of me can understand where it comes from. Like, hey, like, I like to date within my race, and if people in my race are dating outside, that's less for me. So while I understand that aspect of it, I don't agree with it. Because who's to say this dude would even holler at you anyway?
Yeah.
Who's to say that you're even that
People like
person's
what they like.
type? People like what they like, and people do what they do. So
yeah,
go find somebody else. Just because this person is snatched up doesn't mean
just because they're black.
And sometimes, like, you're not even attracted to that person. It's just the fact that you don't like that they're with them. And why do you care?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, people like what they like, and for all, same thing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. And that's exactly why it comes down to a woman's natural, ability to be jealous. Women for millennia have always hoarded the resources. They've always wanted, to ensure their survival. So they're going to be jealous. That's just how it is. And a lot of those women are bitter as well. Not just jealous, but bitter. Because that could have been a potential man that they could get. But just like these women said, the one that was on the right, I believe, she mentioned, are those guys even looking at you anyway? And that's what I always say. Those guys are typically not checking for them, but those women's rebuttal is to rebut that, well, we ain't looking for them either. So, yeah, I expect women to be jealous. You guys should too. It's just natural in women. But when you're a man that, you know, they really want, that jealousy shit's going to have to go out the window. And they might have to bump their head a couple times to understand that they don't have the leverage. But most women are used to always having the leverage either way it goes. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. You already know who I am. Your boy Bounty. Bounty Villains up. Mastodon's down. Let's get it. Let's go. I got to get back up to cooking this content. Thank you guys so much for watching again. I'll see you guys all in the next video.
Sip coladas out in Cancun. Please stop praying for my downfall. It ain't coming no time soon. From the concrete, a little bitty rose grew.